This is an MTPredictor trading update. I wanted to do a trading update here because I was supposed to have a webinar today at 4:15 Eastern, and I won't be able to make it. I have to cancel that. So in lieu of that, I'm just doing a quick trading update here. I'm going to go through the E-minis, at least the YM, the ES, and the NQ. Today you can see we had an outside gap up, and that tells us our STF showing strength to the upside. It's into that strength band, and what we're doing is we're saying that the market, there's a lot of buying pressure in the market here. We're just going to look for a pullback to get long and try to ride this thing to the upside, and we're going to ignore any short signals. We did get an initial TS2 to the long side here. We didn't get our blue buyers bar. It's a few bars later, so it's one you may have passed on. But even if you did set that one up, I put the analysis on that trade. It was a long of 4 contracts, risking 340 with a target of about 6.6 to 1, or $2,200 if we get to the target. Well, that one did get stopped out, did pull back. We got a little more pullback there. So we lose 1R there. We lose the 340. The next trade setup was another TS3 on this ABC. Again, we're in this minimum wave C support, and so we generated another signal with the bigger trend here. That was a long of 5 contracts, risking 400 with a target of 9.4. You can see these targets have been hit. Unfortunately, that one just did stop out as well. This final TS3 here, this one did pay off. It was on a larger candle there, you see, so the risk reward wasn't quite as good, but 5 to 1 there on a risk of $280. We just hit the target there. You can see we got a decision point sell signal now with a, pull this up here, our volume indicator at the bottom here. We have this high volume spike, and if I put our analysis on as this began to unfold, click on the swing high here, you see we had a 5-wave pattern up into the minimum wave 5 resistance here at the DP sell signal, telling us there's also divergence up there in our oscillator, and we'd be looking for a correction back to this wave 4 DP. I can put the analysis on that. If that hits 12,134, then take another 2.4R. So as it is, had a nice 5 to 1 winner with a couple 1R losses for a net at that point, not including the DP trade here, of about $660 on a, if you're risking 2% on a $20,000 account. Let's take a look at the ES next. Again, outside gap up, just looking for a pullback to get long. There's a buying pressure in the market on these outside gaps to the upside. If they can't fill, the tendency as a market will move higher the rest of the morning, sometimes the rest of the day. So we got an initial buy signal actually here. I'm going to put the analysis on there. Just got stopped out there again for a 1R loss, so lose $337 on the first attempt, and then the second attempt paid 2.7R, so your net, 1.7R on the 2 trades there for another maybe 700 bucks to the target here. Then we got another TS setup, a TS3, and let me make this a little bigger here. Okay, so this hit the target here. Then we got a new setup, a long TS3 again with the trend. These are all standard trade setups for another 3 to 1. This is where the market is currently. For another 3R for another $1,100. So you're looking at about $1,800 on the on those trades today in the ES. Not bad at all. And finally, just take a peek at the NQ. Let me clear this analysis off here. Again, same situation with the outside gap up. When all the markets are saying the same thing, those when the best trades tend to unfold. Nice thing about the NQ here, no false starts. The one TS3 this morning was the initial long. So the idea on an outside gap up is we just want to buy a pullback. Got an automatic trade set up there. This was a 4.3 to 1 trade. You could have pyramided in or added an additional position in here on this second TS3. And let's just look at that second trade set up here. That was a long of 8 contracts, risking $360, another 4.7 to that target for another $1,600. So potential there of between the two trades, if you did pyramid, of about $2,800. All right, so just an update again in lieu. Apologize, I won't be able to make the webinar, and hopefully this will provide some insight onto how the software works on a day like today, which was a pretty strong up day. All right, hope that helps, and hopefully we'll be back with the weekly webinar next week.